you are suing your neighbor, Ms. Santoro, for $985 for damages to your vehicle that you claim she caused by parking too close to you and effectively destroying your mirror. Ms. Santoro, you claim you never hit his car, and you also claim your car was vandalized, and though you don't know for sure, you believe the plaintiff is responsible for that. So, this is page 3 of Exhibit A, and this is a photograph that you took, Mr. Adams, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
When was this picture of the defendant's vehicle taken? Because this is the defendant's space, is that correct?
6H is the defendant's space, 7H is mine. I believe the picture was taken March 17th.
Okay, was this before or after your vehicle was hit?
This was before.
Ms. Santoro, is that your vehicle?
Yes, it is.
You have parked so far over the line that you can't even see the line.
Well, I'm not even claiming I parked it there, but I do agree that it is
the driver
somewhat
of this
over
vehicle.
the line.
Okay.
I agree.
All right, so
often
now we
happens.
have the next picture.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, this is your photograph as well, correct?
Yes.
How did this even happen?
I knew when I was going on vacation that I was going to park my car in my space and we were going to take my wife's car. So seeing that we were having a parking space war, I was the one to be able to get there first, and I parked as close to the line as possible.
I'm not sure I agree with this type of warfare, but you purposefully parked it there right over the line to kind of make a point.
Yes.
Okay. There is all sorts of damage to the side of the vehicle here.
Yes, Judge.
Is that separate damage?
Yes, Judge. That was I actually bought that and had that damage. So, yeah, previous damage.
Ms. Santoro, how could you have gotten into that position? The mirrors literally overlap each other. So you would have had to hit his mirror.
No.
But how could you have gotten into that?
I never, ever touched his vehicle.
But how could you?
Anytime. And I don't know who parked first. In fact, when you want to ask me why I believe he is doing this and what happened to my car afterward, I would be happy to tell you.
Tell us, please.
Okay. I bought my condo on January 5th of this year. I didn't realize at the time that certain areas are tow zones. My car had been towed because it was not in a designated parking spot, which I wasn't given the correct one anyway.
Right.
What is my spot? 6H. The next day, I went out to 6H, and there was a vehicle in my parking spot. It was his car.
Okay, and you had the car towed because you needed your spot back.
Right, so I get my spot back.
Okay.
The night in question, which he does live right across the hall from me. Right. We literally, our front doors face each other.
Your neighbors.
I am cooking dinner like I always do, and somebody is pounding on my door. I thought it was Reno PD, and I didn't know why.
Okay.
And Mr. Adams was there accusing me of hitting his car. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have never hit anyone's car. And Crystal was a tenant in the second bedroom, so she came out and started talking to him and followed him downstairs. I'm gonna let her tell you what that conversation was. Another time, he was pounding on my door, and I was not home, but Crystal was. And she said, Mr. Adams just wants you to pay for it. I said, I am not paying for anyone's vehicle that I did not damage. He can't prove I did. I don't care who hit his car. It surely wasn't me. However, I would say probably 2 weeks later, if you would like to look at my exhibit.
Please.
The first picture is just a picture of my vehicle that was taken recently. I came out and it was like that. I did not see him do it, but I did see him in the parking lot later, and I questioned him.
Okay.
And when I asked him about it, he said, oh, I have no comment. And then about 2 or 3 weeks later, my rear, which I apologize, I don't have a picture of it, my rear driver tail light was completely shattered and the light bulb gone. Since then, I have gone and replaced both items. We have a place in Reno, Nevada called Pick and Pull where they have similar older vehicles. And I spent about $60.
Okay.
However, after that, my wheel and tire was stolen off my vehicle.
All right, so
I'm not saying he did that, but
a series of vandalism events that occurred after this.
That everyone denied.
But you do say that you believe that either he or his wife did it.
I think the whole entire thing was retribution for me having their car towed. But that's just my feelings. So I wanted to tell you that.
So
Mr.
I
Adams,
have no idea about the car towing. Second.
Wait, you didn't have any idea your car was towed?
Yeah, no, because my car's been at home. It's fine.
This was in
your
January.
wife's car towed?
No.
Hold on. Why do you think his car was towed?
Due to the fact that my significant other that is not here today absolutely remembered what car was towed. He said it was his car.
No.
Okay,